Now, turn this knob and I'll flip this switch here and I'll see how this works. Hello, this is Tennessee Carl, and I've managed to find a way, with a little help from my nephew, to hack my way into that Ray CAsper channel, the Ray CAsper Show, and I'm gonna just set the record straight if you give me just a moment, because I know that pesky dust mite CAsper, that pumpkin loving CAsper, when he finds out I've taken over his show, woo, oh, he's gonna scream to high hell. But there's all these fancy buttons and knobs, and I'm just trying to figure this out, but I'm running out of time. But so I want to properly introduce myself. My name is Tennessee Cobb, or Stanley is my birth Christian name, and I'm obviously I'm from Tennessee, and so my full name is Stanley Tennessee Cobb. And the boys that I was running with when I was growing up, everyone just called me Tennessee, or Tennessee Cobb, not like CAsper calls me with his corn cob, his cornhole, and his filthy young Christian mouth. And I just wanted to set the record straight on that, because that bastard, when he finds out that I hacked into his stream field, or his yard stream, oh, he's gonna be mad to high hell. I just all these fancy buttons and knobs. I'm not sure which one to push there. I hope I'm live. If I'm live, I ain't much for fancy book learning, and I ain't much for fancy electronic devices, but I'm figuring this out. There we go, and here we go. So I'm gonna do my own show today, and to hell with that nasty old rotten ass CAsper, Ray CAsper. We need to find a way to get him off of the tube use.
Hold on 1 minute there, Corn Cob. You think you're gonna come in and take over my show and try to finagle your way in? And it's not gonna happen. I'm cutting you off, and I don't know how you found a way into my stream here, but I can't let you come around here anymore, and you try to tell everyone your name, because I caught it on the AM, and you're trying to say that your name is Stanley Tennessee Cobb. Well, I'm going to inform the listening audience of your real name. It's actually Stanky Tennessee Cobb, but it's not. It's Stanky Tennessee Cornhole. That's your name. Stanky Cornhole is your name, and now everybody knows it. And I don't think you'll be a little too embarrassed now that everyone knows your name is Stanky Cornhole to try to come back on this show ever again. You got that there, Stanky?
CAsper, you know goddamn well my mother named me Stanley Cobb. Well, you gonna get that through your old ass, crunchy ass head? And my first name is Stanley, and my last name is Cobb. And my mother, who I love and respect, and I pray to every night, she knew about you, CAsper. She was on to you. She told me to stay the hell away from those CAspers, because they are some inbred, dumb-looking, ugly-ass hillbillies, and I don't know what the hell you think you're doing on this show, but I'm going to do my best to get you off the tubes, and I'm going to finish your career, and you're going to have to go back to your pumpkin-loving ways, and you go back to that other terrible show that you think you're a star on now, and they can't stand you, they hate your guts, and you go on there and you are harassing all those young fillies on there. They don't want nothing to do with you, CAsper. When you gonna grow up? My mother warned me all about you.
Stanky Cornhole. I know what your mother warned you about, because I was there. I was laying right there next to her. Your mom and I, we got down and dirty. And I tried to dump you in the river, and she says, no, don't just flush him down. She says, don't go all the way down to the river. You just flush him down, and that's what we both of us thought of you. I know your mother very well. In fact, I just got back from your mother's house, and I showed her the 1-2 buckaroo, and so we're gonna finish up this segment and cut you off right now, and you can piss off Stanky Cornhole.
I dare you talk about my late mother. How you like me to talk about Mabel? Mabel, I visited Mabel more times than you can shake your little weenie head. So
I'd like to apologize to the listening audience here on the AM. We'll never have to hopefully deal with Stanky Cornhole again. I've cut him off for good this now. I'm not going to let him slide in my DMs anymore and beg for a spot on the show. Speaking of sliding in his DMs, I did a little sliding into Cornhole's mother the other night, but I cut him off. He didn't respond to that. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to the Ray CAsper Show. I'm Ray CAsper. And on this special extended Christmas show, we are going to be looking at the great singing barber, Perry Como, and we are going to do a live viewing on his special Perry Como in Austria, and he will be singing some of his beautiful hits, and he'll be in the beautiful country of Austria, and he'll be in Salzburg, and I think he's gonna run into something sweet too, because I think that he's gonna be calling on the beautiful Senta Berger, and this dame, this broad, I'll tell you, she's something special, this one. You'll see what I mean. And they both sing a couple of beautiful duets together. And hopefully they'll have some Wiener Stitzel and some Zakatota, and hopefully some go to one of those beautiful cafe houses they have there. They have beautiful one in Salzburg called Cafe Tomaselli. And if he goes to Vienna, there's a bunch he can go to. I was always a huge fan of those coffee houses when I went there with my late wife Mabel, and we sure enjoy those. Austrians can be pretty uppity and rude about their rules, but it's still a beautiful country, and Salzburg's a beautiful city, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So take it away, Perry Como, go!
Rehearsing, decorations appear. I'm a happier person. Christmas is my time of year. Faces glowing, oh, what a pleasure to see. Goodwill showing, each day's a gala day, feels like a holiday. Families gather to greet me, singing songs of good cheer. Strangers smile when they greet me. Christmas is my time of year.
Look at the great Perry Como touring the beautiful city of Salzburg. And look how delightful he looks when he's walking down the street, and bringing happiness and joy to everyone he meets in the street. And look at these proud Austrians with their little hats, and he's just filling their hearts full of Christmas joy. Look at her. Look at that old bat. Faking a smile for the camera. You don't see a lot of that in Austria, because they can be pretty surly, especially when it gets cold and they see some goofy American coming around, but there was nothing goofy about Perry Como.
Welcome to Austria and the beautiful city of Salzburg. We have a special show for you tonight because Christmas in Austria is celebrated in a very, very traditional way. In fact, we have borrowed many of their traditions. And stuff has begun right here. The spirit, the music of Christmas is always in the air. And a little later, we'll be visiting places. Excuse me?
Oh, Perry's got to be careful here with this one. You know, he might be wearing the typical Austrian action wear, but I bet you that's a little Jippo operating that. And some of those little gypsies about to shake him and rob him blind. There's probably another one right underneath the camera there going rifling through Perry's pockets right now. The thing about Perry, he was known to be a real decent guy, a real nice guy, and a real down-to-earth family man. You know, what do we got here? Well, we got some little dollies, literally. Look at these broads. Oh, would you get a load of that, huh? They're dancing. Oh, boy, you know, every now and again after half a bottle of scotch, I wouldn't mind putting a couple broads on some strings like that and then dancing them around in my den. But that's a different story. A little higher with the kicks there, ladies. See right under there. Oh, look at that. That actually is kind of creepy. What's going on here? Anyway, Perry, he sure know how to have a good, decent time. And just even though he was he couldn't even speak English until he was early teenager properly. He learned it thoroughly. He got his start singing in a barber shop. And oh boy, did Barry have some pipes. He could really sing. They didn't do very good in school because he wanted to take up singing, and he was a big fan of Bing Crosby. Maybe down the road we'll do a Bing Crosby special. I'm a huge fan of Bing Crosby. He's a little fella. I get funnier talking about the little fellas because they're just, I don't seem very, very manly to me. But Perry's a distinguished older man in this. And let's see what this little Chippo has to say. No, I gotta interject right here because you go to Salzburg or almost anywhere in Vienna nowadays or Austria, and they don't know what the hell you're talking about if you talk about the sound of music. And if they do know, they'll pretend like they don't because they don't really like it and they don't know what the hell it's about. And it's a pretty cheesy sort of thing, and the Austrians never really got into it. And you get all of these Brits and Americans, they go there and they want to see where it was filmed, and they want to pester the locals and the local shops around Salzburg, learn how to make some money off of these dummies that go there and they want to recreate this and that, and they're tour groups and make real assholes out of themselves. And I'm sure Barry knew this. You know, Barry liked to make a little bit of coin like anyone else, but I don't think the majority of the Austrians give two ripe-filled purple turds about the sound of music. And that's just my little thought on that because my wife Mabel loved the sound of music, and she would get all dressed up in her little crown outfit and dance around the kitchen. And, strudel sticking out of her ass, and it really got on my nerves. I didn't want anything to do with it. I found that VHS tape, and she tried to hide it from me, and boy, I think that sent that thing flying into the dumpster. And how many, 974 times we gonna watch the goddamn Sound of Music? And I never understood why all these broads love that stupid ass sing along and dance show. All right, back to Barry pretending like he likes his crap.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
On second thought, maybe this version of the musical isn't half bad, because we got the juicy Senta Berger. Oh, take a look at this broad. Oh, I always liked Senta Berger. She was a world-renowned talent, even though she never really got much airplay in the United States. She was a guest star on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. back in the good old days, but she was something sweet. I wonder what Perry's wife thought about him meandering around the Salzburg countryside with this burger here. But I guess he could have got away with it because between you and me, I'm not sure how she could be such a good-looking broad and be, she was Jewish, but that doesn't matter to me. But she doesn't look Jewish. She looks like your typical voluptuous kraut broad, and oh boy, she could really sing. And I don't know this for a fact, but when Barry was in Austria, and he was in Salzburg. I'm sure he had a couple moonlight strolls with her. He got one of those Einspannes, or one of those Fiaker, the carriages, and the moonlight stroll with her, and had some schnapps. Here he comes, hiding away. And, there's no mobile phone for his wife to call up and say, hey, Perry, you no good kitty. What are you doing flirting with her? But, I'm sure Perry was a gentleman. And, we'll see what he has to say. I'm sure he's putting on some moves right now, but it's not for me to judge. What do I know? I'll just look at this. That was me with my wife's sister, Mabel's sister, and then all the family members came sniffing around when I was trying to do a little get to know, and they come sniffing around. Oh my God, I know what this is. That's that same dumb glass house and all those little Sound and Music kids were dancing in. It's the same damn one. I thought they would have bulldozed that down by now, but they got all these little bastards in there. That's like the little creep house is what that is. Look at him. He was about to go to town, and then you got the little kids coming in ruining him. They're doing some serious crowd blocking, some Jew blocking, and I'm sure he's all pissed off. Look at him. He's just fuming. He said, you want to snap that little one's neck off for bugging him, and then you got this bowl haircut kid. All right, let's get back and we'll listen to a little bit of this Sound of Music, whatever it is. Hold, I can't stand a minute of it.
small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever.
I only wanted to play this other part here so I could get another one last look at the broad, get a look at the Dave. Perry's sashaying with her, all lovesick down by the lake. And if it wasn't so cold, he'd be getting up to something sweet. And I'm not saying that that's what Perry Como would do, but I know, God damn it, that's what I would do. Last time I went for a walk by the lake, years ago with my late wife Mabel, and she was giving me such a hard time about her sister that I said, who knows I'm at this lake? Who even knows we're here? Maybe I could drop her in.
Lasst mich ein, ihr Kinder, ist so kalt der Winter, öffnet mir die Tür, ich erfriere. Kling, Glöckchen, klingelingeling, kling, Glöckchen, kling. Kling, Glöckchen, klingelingeling, kling, Glöckchen, kling.
Very good.
I'm not too sure how Andy felt about this other fella sniffing around his sweet bees. They're up in the mountains there in the cabin, and Perry was planning on having a romantic get-together, and all these other people showed up because they're all fame hungry, and he just wanted to have some special time with this charming Berger, Senta Berger, and everyone else showed up. He's got to go back to his old bat wife soon. Anyway, back to the show.
This is a little town of Arnsdorf, and it was here that Franz Gruber wrote Silent Night with his friend, the village priest of Oberndorf. Gruber taught school in this one-room schoolhouse and lived in the rooms above with his very large family. The story goes that just before Christmas, the church organ broke down because mice had kind of eaten through the bellows. But Gruber was determined to have music for Christmas Eve, so he kind of arranged his new carol for voice and guitar. Of course, since then, Silent Night has become the best-loved carol all over the world. Over the years, the melody has been changed a little here and there, but we'd like to do it for you the way it was first performed with guitar that first night over 150 years ago. Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, alles schläft, einsam wacht, nur das traute hoch, heilige Paar, holde Knabe in lockigen Hand, schlaf in himmlische Ruhe, schlaf in himmlische Ruhe, schlaf in himmlische Ruhe, schlaf in himmlische Ruhe.
What a beautiful voice Perry Como had. It is such a beautiful, beautiful way of putting voice to music. We should all appreciate it. What is it? That looks like the goddamn United Nations in the manger there. What's going on? But I don't want to take away from anybody's beloved Christmas holiday. And the lovely Perry Como Christmas in Austria special is, oh boy, it's more than I could hope for. And I just hope it. I hope that all of you and our listening audience in the AM have enjoyed taking a grand tour with me to Austria and Perry Como and the beautiful and scrumptious Senta Berger. Oh boy. You know all this crowd stuff. You'd think that idiot Erich Andreas would love this kind of stuff. He likes this kind of kraut crap. I don't know how the hell he got into this. He's from like Malaysia or something. Some kind of deal with him or Indochina. I don't know what the hell he's would even want to like this Austrian stuff, but he really seemed to be into it. Where he dug up that kraut name, that's a different story. It's that damn Grimmhauser. He's a real kraut, that guy, but not the good kind either. He's the kind that digs in everyone's business and sniff around everyone's personal affairs. And I just never forgive him. But that's a different story, and I don't want to ruin Christmas. I want to have a lovely Christmas, and I want you to have a lovely Christmas. Yeah, there he is, United Nations. And I wanted to actually apologize once again. I'm not sure how Stanky Cornhole found a way to hack into my stream fence, and the problem with this, I hadn't seen him. That I hadn't seen his old stanky ass for 20 years, and then he hits me up on Friendster, and I accepted him as a friend on Friendster. And next thing you know, he goes begging to be on the show, and begging and begging. He tried to ruin Andy Williams' Christmas, and now he's trying to ruin Perry Como's Christmas. But you, the listening audience on the AM, are not going to allow him to ruin Christmas, and we are all going to have a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. And I hope to see you in the next episode and edition of the Ray CAsper Show with Ray CAsper. Hello, I'm Ray CAsper. Take us out, Perry. Go.